Morning, all.
Morning, Jane. Morning. Hi, Bore da. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bore da, yn croeso i cyfarfod yma yn Cyngor y Sir yn Bryn Biga. Welcome to the meeting this morning here in County Hall in Usk for Licensing and Gambling Committee. I'm Tudor Thomas and I'm chair of the committee, and I will obviously chair the meeting today. We'll now move fairly quickly to number one on the agenda, apologies for absence.
Yes, Chair, we've had apologies from County Councillor Christopher Edwards and Alistair Neil.
Right, thank you. 2 declarations of interest. None? No? Obviously, if something does arise, then please obviously put your hand up and say. 3, we go now to the substantive item on the agenda, item agenda 3, the Gambling Act 2005, premises licence fees for 2025-26, and I'll hand over to Linda Gorman, who is the Principal Officer for Licensing. So thanks, Nicola. Thanks, Linda. Sorry.
Yep, thank you. Yes, the report today, so firstly I want to apologise. Normally it would go before a committee before the 21st of May, which is the date that these fees sort of commenced from. There was a delay, and then it was felt sort of pertinent that we actually sort of wait until the separation of the 2 committees to make sure it went into the right committee. But it's not so detrimental that it's actually being heard today, because it would only really affect the changes in the fees for any new applications. And if you note in 3.8, the last new applications for a premises licence under the Gambling Act was December 2020. We haven't received any new applications since then. So if I can start to give you an overview, basically, under the Gambling Act, we are permitted to set fees for premises licences. However, there is a ceiling that we can't go above when we assess the fees, which is written down under the Gambling Act itself. So that is highlighted actually in the report, which is on Appendix B. You can see the assessment, you can see the actual maximum permitted fees allowed. We've only got a handful of premises licences because we can't set fees for permits. That's done by the Gambling Commission as statutory fees. So it's basically the premises licence, which encompasses the race course, the betting shops, adult gaming entertainment centres, family entertainment centres and bingo premises. We have no bingo premises. We haven't got a family entertainment centre which requires a premises licence, only a permit. So the only ones that we are actually going to be dealing with really with regards to fees are the race course, the adult gaming centre and the betting shops, basically. So the report has done the assessment, and you can see in Appendix A what the estimated fee would be, and going by the ceiling that we can go above as well. So you can see the main fee income that we get from these forms of license is the annual fees. So those currently licensed, because I take you back to that we've had no new applications for quite some time. So the annual fee, there is no change from last year's fees as to this year's fees, but we still have to bring it to this committee to be approved with regards to the fee changes. And the report recommends that this be approved with the date being from 21st of May, and then next year then we will obviously get it in time before that 21st of May comes into force again. So that's it then. Thank you, Chair.
Well, thank you, Linda, for taking us through this report regarding the premises licence fees from 21st of May 2025 through until 20th of May 2026. Are there any questions or comments about the fees? Councillor Watts, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. First of all, I can't. My MacBook is decided to reboot itself. I'm sure Martin will feel some empathy with me. We're sharing the same kind of technical issues, but so I haven't got the sheet in front of me. Essentially, my question is this: is that are the fees? So we haven't. Officer there is effectively said that we haven't increased the fees from last year. I just wondered. Whilst we are obviously in our own autonomous local authority, what have other local authorities done? I guess what I'm worried about is obviously we're facing, incredible financial pressures, and I always think that, I reserve my views about specifically gambling, but the point is are we keeping up in line with inflation? Are we covering costs? Are we, as the senior management would say, washing our face as far as this is concerned? Because that I think that's of public interest.
Yeah, if I can answer that, Chair. It is dependent on the work that each authority does, how many application forms they got. It's a formula that we have to sort of follow to assess fees, which is approved by all Wales. And all the authorities really has hit their maximum of annual fees. I mean, if you know the report itself, there is a change in application fees, and it is because we haven't dealt with bingo, we haven't dealt with family entertainment centres, and if we haven't had any activity in that area, then we can only go on cost recovery. But most authorities have reached that ceiling, which is the ceiling that is governed by the Gambling Commission, so we can't up that fee because there is literally a ceiling point that we can't go above.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Councillor Watts. Go to Councillor Tony Easton.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So the decreases in fees are a reflection on government policy. Is that correct?
The assessment, the decretion in the fees are the application forms because we haven't had any, so how you assess it, what sort of work is carried out is a number of factors, is, the policy going through, the gambling policy, what work was done the previous years. So there's a number of factors you take into account, how many meetings, how much training that's been given on it. So it's a lot of things, elements that you use to actually assess the fees. But well, so we've had no application since 2010, so they've gone down slightly. The ones with the ceiling are provisional statements. Again, we've never dealt with the provisional statements. Annual fees is the only source of income that we get because there's those currently licensed, and again we've reached the ceiling, so we can't charge any more than that. And so again, transfers, variations, provisional statements, reinstatement, haven't dealt with any of those since the Gambling Act came over, really, and that is in 2005, I think the Act was, so it was just slightly after that.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Councillor Easton. Are there any other questions, observations? It is a fairly sort of brief report today. Is everyone present, are all members present, happy for us to accept this report? Any dissent?
No.
No? So that's unanimous. Okay. Thank you very much. It's been a very brief meeting today. Some of our meetings obviously go on for some considerable time, but thanks for your attendance today, both in the chamber and online, and we'll meet now, I assume, in September.
Chair, if I may say so, is it extremely... I've got a taste for it there this morning. Can't we bring some business forward and just get over with?
Yeah. We will be meeting on the 23rd of July for the Rights of Way meeting, but other than that, I think this is the last of the licensing and gambling meetings, or I don't think we've got any taxi applications coming forward. So I will wish you all a good summer, have an enjoyable summer, and we'll meet back in September. We will have the Rights of Way on the 23rd. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Declare the meeting closed. Thanks.